So they put it through a processing plant. They remove.
Can you talk about case studies on how countries have managed the nuclear waste post the energy production? And then we can just talk a couple of countries and how have they managed waste and make sure that the citizens are not that aware of or not scared about the waste coming back to their water lines or other ways and forms, any leakages.
Yeah, so waste is a fascinating discussion because we already have radioactive waste in Australia, and so we need to come up with a long-term solution, whether we go down a power and energy path in Spain. So waste is broken into three broad categories. There's low-level waste, which is really operational equipment, gloves, rags, overalls, used in nuclear medicine production and procedures. It has a short half-life, meaning that it is no longer radioactive after only a few years, and often that just needs storage, and then it can be disposed of like any other form of waste. Intermediate and higher level waste need a bit more serious management, and high level waste is really used nuclear fuel. It's hot and needs to be cooled in a reactor before it's packaged up. In countries like the USA, they put it in dry storage casks, and then best practice is to put it into a deep geological repository. Other countries like France recycle their used fuel. So they put it through a processing plant. They remove, over 90% of used fuel can be turned into other forms of fuel. So they'll recycle it, remove the uranium, plutonium, put it in other fuel forms, and then the leftover fission products will form intermediate level waste, which needs to be disposed of securely and safely in a near surface geological repository. The only country that has fully grappled with high level waste is Finland. Again, they're probably leading the world on that. They opened and operationalised their deep geological repository earlier this year and have accepted waste, which is really exciting. There are other countries that are closely following, like Sweden. Canada's picked its site for its long-term waste disposal. And really, how waste is managed is about building transparent communication with the local population and educating them on how waste is managed and disposed of. I have a feeling it's the Netherlands. They've actually got their low-level waste in an art gallery, so it's transparent and on display to the public with artworks, because it should be normalised that we use waste all the time, and nuclear is not the only industrial process that has waste. Everything has waste. It's how do you manage it appropriately and safely, so that it doesn't harm the environment, and in turn, if it doesn't harm the environment, then it doesn't harm people.